Dude, that is an emotional roller coaster of a book, man. That is such a sad story, and there's so much game in that book.
Niall's Book Club.
Niall's Book Club, yeah. Niall's Book Club, man.
Niall's Book Club.
That is an essential read for anyone.
Coming for Oprah.
You really anyone who. Are we streaming?
We're streaming. Yo, we are live. Gamers.
Game team.
All right. Check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play. You name it, we got it. So follow us and we'll continue scheming.
The final installment of the Dave Chappelle stand-up, right? You guys watched it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
What did you think of it?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah, it was
good. What about you,
Swoop? It was funny.
You're talking about the one where he's a little bit more intimate?
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Where he's just sucking on that jewel, like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you think about that story from that excerpt of that book?
What was the story again? Oh, yeah. I wanted to buy that book, actually.
I'll lend it to you.
You bought it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Iceberg
Slim.
Yeah.
Iceberg Slim.
I highly recommend that book. It gives you so much perspective on just the circumstances of people's lives and what they have to do what they think they have to do to try and make it out of those circumstances.
What's a book?
So that's this week's book plug, Pimp by Iceberg Slim.
Yeah, I do want to borrow that at some point.
Yeah. But I heavily annotated it, so I might not give it to you. Because you'll see, you have insight into it.
Oh, nice. You know, scratch notes?
Yeah. My cliff notes.
Scratch notes?
Yeah, it's a scratch note.
It's like scratch.
Scratch is actually a term in the book used for money. So I've been using all this nuanced old school
That's
lingo.
One of the reasons I wanted
Pimp
to get
lingo.
it.
Yeah.
Pimp lingo.
They
I feel
term
like a lot of pimp lingo is what they use these days.
So no, I don't know any of that term. So banging, we're banging. It means doing
Banging.
No, they didn't say. Just say we started banging, and that's just doing.
Oh wow! But that could mean so many other things.
Or cop and blow means
Buying.
No, that's what you think, right? Yeah. Cop and blow means you find a new and you just exploit them for exploit. In a quick amount of time or as fast as you can before you're done with them.
Right.
That's a cop and blow.
Yeah. I've heard of that, actually, yeah. I think pimping, that's actually the strategy is, a good pimp will know, the mileage.
That's what he said in the stand-up. What do you guys think about the evolution of Dave Chappelle?
It's crazy. It's crazy to see.
Do you think that's his last installment?
I mean, Netflix paid him, $50 million?
Yeah,
for what? Just 4 stand-up specials? That's it. Yeah. I mean, he has to do more, right? I'm sure.
No, he's done. No, that was in the contract. I'm saying,
that's incredible.
But do you think
$50 million just for
do you think he's done though, making content for people?
No, I don't think so.
No, I think this is his renaissance. You
think so?
Yeah, I think
a lot of people. We're riding with him because we really enjoyed him when we were younger. But a lot of people they don't like. He's completely anti-PC. He's completely anti-millennial. Yeah. Which is something that we enjoy, but a lot of people don't support him for those reasons.
Right. Some of his content, it's not homophobic, but it's questioning.
It's questionable.
Right. But what he's trying to say is I don't know, it hits home with me because I empathize with the LGBTQ cause, but racism's still alive in this country. People are judged by their race still and are discriminated against. I feel like that is something we need to tackle. I'm not putting one cause over the other, but I feel like we should prioritize social causes in this country, right? But I mean,
LGBTQ is social too, though.
It is, absolutely. Yeah. But and everyone has their own causes that they're passionate about. But I think what Dave is trying to say is you guys are making all this hubbub about being PC and this and that, but people are still running around saying the N-word and all this racist stuff. We got to tackle that too.
Well, people are saying homophobic things as well and transphobic things as well.
True.
That community goes through like an inordinate amount of suffering.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to prioritize a social cause,
I don't think it's
right?
one replaces the other.
You don't think so?
No, I think they're both horrible issues that should be addressed.
At the same time, though? Because, like, addressing any issue takes energy. It
but
takes,
there's so
social
many people.
Currency, you know?
There's so many people, like, and everybody's... Issues matter to different people in different ways.
And consider when those issues are compounded. Like, if you are Black member of the LGBTQ community,
right?
Then that's just a compounded issue that you're receiving all this other sort of prejudice and bias against yourself.
I mean, he wasn't really saying it so much for like homosexuals. He was saying it for the trans community, which is like, you know, there's been a lot of talk about the bathroom thing, and then like them being in the military, and like he was trying to say like that's taking up too much.
So I think he was saying. I mean, I see what you're saying, but I think he was saying that like, no one should be safe from comedy. You know, like we all deserve to get. He's saying that like everyone's too sensitive to be poked fun at now. You can't exclude yourself from comedy because that's how we bridge gaps, and that's once we can laugh at each other, like that's a step towards unity.
Absolutely.
Whereas like if we seclude ourselves, build up these walls, and any sort of discussion towards a topic is removed. Like no one's an island, right? We have to like comedy is a common ground, and that's the ground that he is using to build towards.
Like brown people, Muslims as well fall into that. Like you can't make fun.
Don't dare talk about it. Don't dare talk about it. Don't dare talk about it.
Exactly. It's like the same type of thing.
It's right.
But like, yeah, you're right. We can't be immune from
like the drawings of like
I was actually reading I was watching something recently about that, and somebody put it in a really
we're
good...
gonna get a fatwa put on this one.
fatwas.
We're gonna get fatwa.
Fatwa, Biggie and Pac, who shot ya?
Is that a real lyric?
No, that was Lin-Manuel from Curb.
There's a huge misconception of what a fatwa is. Like people think it's like a death warrant. A fatwa is actually it's a ruling. That's what it is. It's not like it's not a warrant of death. It's a ruling, like a fatwa on like sleeping. You know, like a ruling on sleeping, a ruling on eating, a fatwa on that. But like it's been hijacked and like completely hijacked. Oh, we can't use that word now, huh?
It's ironic.
Whoa, we can't use that word now, huh?
A bit of irony there.
But yeah, that word has been hijacked and it's been misconstrued. So
has it been misconstrued? But don't people actually, like when there was the fatwa on Salman Rushdie, right? Didn't people actually, his life was at peril?
No, I'm saying that.
So it's not misconstrued.
No. I'm saying that a fatwa can be like it's not just that. It's fatwa is a ruling,
right?
And that person, whoever the Ayatollah, they did. We can't talk about this. This is way too.
Why not?
This is, but that
talking about it in a sensible manner.
A fatwa is a ruling. It's not just a death.
The definition of it is a ruling, but what happens in reality?
So they place a fatwa of like
take it the wrong way.
Death on them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. And everyone just...
but it's part of it is the rhetoric that the person who issues the fatwa uses.
So it's not just that. I'm saying that like certain terms, because they're foreign terms, they're Arabic terms, like jihad, right? That means struggle.
Yeah, I was going to get into that too. But in the similar fashion, people use that term to wage war. It could be internal struggle too.
Right, but like I'm saying that don't let them decide what the term means.
But these are
you're right. Yeah,
leaders of
but that's why it's
Muslim
for us
community.
to become educated and educate ourselves and learn.
Yeah.
Fatwa, Biggie and Pac, who shot ya?
About the Charlie Hebdo attacks, like if there was obviously in Islam it's, and we don't have to keep this in, but obviously in Islam, like you're not supposed to draw or depict Prophet Muhammad, right?
Right.
And so somebody was giving the example though that when that happens in Islam, people go and kill people like on the streets. But let's say someone drew a picture of Ron L. Hubbard. And like for Scientology, people aren't going and killing other people based on that.
Right.
It's a ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
And to have like a large percentage not a large percentage, and I'm not saying a majority, but I'm saying to have a percentage, a whole number percentage of people in the Muslim community say that was the right thing to do is just saddening and shameful for me.
Very shameful.
Shameful.
Yeah. Because that's art, that's expression. I mean, it just can't be, unless it's like blatantly disrespectfully.
Well, it was. I mean, it was blatantly disrespectful.
But that doesn't mean that you kill someone.
It was, yeah.
That doesn't mean you kill
someone. No, of course
someone.
not. It's not licensed to do that.
Which is also something that's against Islam, is killing one person is like killing humanity.
Right, absolutely.
All of mankind. So, it's ridiculous to me.
It goes back to what Niall was saying about like
sad,
but like we can't feel like we're immune from comedy. Like we have to make fun of ourselves too, like a lot more. Like there's a lot to make fun of.
I don't feel like
it's like black comedy. Like they make fun of themselves before anyone else can. I think that's such a great they're like Chris Rock and like Chappelle's stuff. Its content is like kind of cutting off like people who are may say something in a racist way by like saying it in a way that will make their own people laugh.
That's comedy.
Like, yeah,
it's skirting that line to make it digestible to people and make them laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Russell Peters says the best thing is like he did an interview with Larry King, and Larry King asked, "How are you able to make fun of so many people without getting in trouble?"
Yeah,
like. At a majority of his events, like I'm sure there's one person who comes up and says something, right? Absolutely. And he's like, it's because there's a kernel of truth there, and I do it the right way.
Yeah,
it's authentic. When you listen to his accents, like they're actually pretty authentic.
His like Chinese accent is the best. It's
and he goes to those countries and talks to people. Like it's not just like a dude in Midwest America doing it. His
Saudi story, that was pretty good.
Aziz's montage on SNL was kind of the first to have some sort of comedic approach to. Remember, he was like, "What if Islam was a whimsical religion?" And they were like, like that was funny as hell, man. And, like everyone laughed at that. Like,
but that's because. So I mean, I think there are licenses in comedy, and like you really can't cross a boundary. Like I don't really have a license to make fun of people in like Rhode Island. You know what I mean? Like, besides being American, like. That's a different community I really don't understand about. I have to like live there. I have to you have to understand the community before you can poke fun of it. Otherwise, you're just ignorant.
That's part of that. I think part of it is part of comedy is that.
Like I guess if like Louis C.K. made that same joke, he's a bad example because nothing he says offends like anyone because he's so funny. But any other white comedian were to make that same joke that Aziz did, it would probably sound racist.
I'd be uncomfortable. Unless he has like a troop of
like he's
Muslim friends. He's like heavy in the Muslim community, like
something like that. Yeah. But if it was like Larry the Cable Guy. That's a good example. It was Larry the Cable Guy making that joke. That shit.
I'm like, whoa, dude! Whoa! You need to back off, bro. But also, you can't make fun of something because you really do have to understand it. You have to comprehend something before you can make fun of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, you're just being ignorant.
Exactly. But how about a lighthearted segment? Huh? So this is what I want to know. What are your thoughts on deleting someone off a platform, Twitter, IG, Facebook, that you just really don't interact with anymore? Like you used to interact. Maybe like 10 years ago, you were like, you were peripheral friends, maybe at best. You sat on other sides of the classroom. And it was a courtesy thing,
Yeah.
But now, like, Becky is posting photos of her newborn and new house, and you feel like you're just invading their world. You know, like you really
you shouldn't be seeing all this.
Yeah,
but she forgot to like remove you.
Exactly. So like, do you guys just keep the follow or do you remove it?
No, I keep it. You get my numbers up.
Oh, I'll keep your numbers. Well, no, I'm saying you got to remove. It wouldn't affect your number, your following. It would affect your following, not your followers.
True, but maybe they follow me and they reciprocate.
Yeah, so because of that mutual benefit that you get.
But you don't get a notification if someone unfollowed you or something like that, right?
No.
It's a good app idea. It's probably been done.
It's been done. What about you?
Really, like self-conscious people.
Yeah, whoever those people are.
What's the question? What's the question?
You missed. That was God.
Swoop doesn't even have an Instagram.
He has 3 or something.
Like, unfollowing?
No, just like people that you don't interact with and like you don't have a relationship with them anymore. Like you did 10 years ago.
I think it's important to social media cleanse.
Okay, social media cleanse.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's important to cleanse the accounts every now and then.
You've cleansed.
I haven't done it because I just don't want to sit down and like do it, but I think you should. I think I should.
When are you going to do your social media enema?
I'll do it soon. I gotta find the right tube.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, to me, it's like digital clutter, right? I hate to say
Right, it's clutter.
But,
a lot of it's clutter.
I'm very, like, I get rid of shit, you know? I don't want, like, shit sitting around, clothes, like, everything. So, to me, that's digital clutter. I recently, like, cleansed all of the files on my hard drives and organized all of the pictures. So, I got rid of pictures, like, stupid screenshots I didn't need, like, all that stuff.
Isn't that exhilarating? It just feels so good.
Oh, it was so great. Now my whole digital life, and it's on a hard drive, like, I know, it's like organizing your notebooks in paper, right? So, I think that was really important for my mind and peace of mind on digital platforms, at least. So now I want to go through my social media and definitely, if I'm not talking to you, like, you know, you don't need to see what's going on in my life.
I don't know, but, you know, I don't know if you guys have this. There's, like, some stragglers that you just keep...
Stragglers.
Like...
Yeah, it's all personal.
Yeah, no, but there's some people on my IG, like, I never talk to them. Like, they're really old, like, acquaintances. But I feel like I know them now. I've just been, like, watching their stories.
Watching them develop.
Exactly. It's like watching the Truman Show.
He got that promotion.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird. That is kind of weird.
Yeah, just watching some random stranger, like, progress through life. Or, you know,
maybe
like,
they're interesting.
Or what's more fun is watching them regress. Just someone just going through shit, you get arrested or something. I don't know. It's terrible, but it's entertaining.
No, I get what you mean. They're friends that you have that you're used to seeing their digital presence.
Exactly.
But you don't talk to them.
Exactly.
But that's your friend. That's something that you want.
That's still your friend, I would say.
And also, like, I was in music, so, like, I follow a lot of, like, really interesting characters that I met through music who, like, their lives are really fun to watch. Like,
right.
You know, or
their
self-destruction is, like, just fun to be, you know,
you have a lot
spectate.
A lot of Schadenfreud in you. You know that?
A lot of what?
Schadenfreud?
What's that?
Medical term?
No, it's a... That might be a psychological, like a psych term, yeah.
Okay, that's the medical
segment.
term. That's the new segment.
Psych term.
Schadenfreud.
Okay, Freud is something Freudian.
Freud. Yeah.
Something Freudian.
A lot of Schadenfreude. You enjoy people's destruction.
Yeah!
Nice. Ding, ding, ding.
So yeah, it's like taking pleasure in the downfall or
of others.
Yeah, misery of others.
Isn't every single American kind of
Schadenfreude?
Yeah, that's like our culture, right?
There's an opposite term. Actually, there's an opposite term of Schadenfreude. It's like I don't know the name.
Taking pleasure in people's success.
Schadenfreude. It's positive.
Schadenfreude.
What is it?
I don't know the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot the term.
We'll figure it out.
No, I mean that's a good term. I think, but I really think like all Americans have some sort of aspect of that in them.
Like what? Why?
Because that's just how we're programmed. Like even the movies we watch, the TV we watch, our news. Like it's not necessarily people taking pleasure, but now we're so like desensitized and like programmed that is entertainment for us. Reality TV, for example, like. If someone's going through a shitty time or like getting water splashed in their face, you know, like that's entertainment. So everyone has some aspect of that. You guys disagree?
I mean, I think it's not a part of people that they want to admit that they have. Like,
of course.
You know?
I think it depends I don't know, it depends. Because I think everybody has those inclinations, but anytime I have that inclination, I stop myself from... I don't want to have that inclination.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to everybody... They're all living their own lives, and everybody should, like, progress in their life. And when someone's not doing well, like, I don't want to, like...
Because it could be you.
Entertainment for
it
me.
could be you next second. Easily.
Like, even Tosh.NO, like, he just shows people, like, falling and shit. I'm like, yo, people have to go to the hospital after, like, the skateboard accidents they have. Like, this shouldn't be funny.
But you know, it's consumed. It's like
other people consume it. Doesn't mean I have to put my one vote of consumption into it.
Sure.
You know,
for sure.
I think that matters.
I agree. I agree with SWOOP.
So SWOOP is just changing the world one day at a time. You know, just
if we all did it one day at a time, then the world would be changed.
You're right.
I hate Tosh.NO. I think it's one of the worst shows. I don't think he's that.
Shout out Tosh.NO UCF.
Shout out UCF.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's a bad show.
You're laughing at people
show.
getting like breaking legs and stuff. It's horrible. If you saw that event happen before your eyes, you wouldn't be laughing. But because they edit it,
well, what about viral videos?
That's the thing. All viral videos are such.
Yeah.
Well,
All
viral
YouTube videos.
Viral doesn't make it good. Viral doesn't make it.
But you still
But it makes it
consume
like right. That's
fine.
like that video of the guy like sliding down the escalator and then he hits 2 bumps. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that one hurt.
bad.
Yeah.
And then you put a funny caption on it and like he does the numbers.
See, but that's him posting it. That's him knowing what I just said. Is like
Also,
everyone's gonna laugh at my pain. Exactly.
Aside from digital, like this digital Schadenfreud and viral Schadenfreud, like real life Schadenfreud's real. Like you guys are right. Like people don't want other people when other people do well. People, I feel like the opposite.
Y'all don't want to see me shine.
They don't want to see people shine.
Right.
And I feel like that's just
true.
a really selfish way to go about life because like there's opportunities for everyone. That doesn't mean if someone's doing well, it doesn't mean you're not going to do well. Like everybody should do well, right?
For sure. Or that should inspire you to do better.
I think there's issues in your own life if you're wishing ill on other people.
Absolutely,
for sure.
You got to look into yourself.
Right.
Absolutely. He's running a struggling apparel company, so he's this is
struggling. Added that adjective in there.
I finally funded
that adjective.
I finally funded him. He took a while to Venmo me, so I was like,
it was right away. I bet
times are tough.
Right away.
It was like a week.
Oh, for another transaction.
Another different transaction.
I forgot about that.
Different transaction.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, man. Like, I think it's jealousy, and if you know there's something missing from their own pursuits or their life that they're not attaining, and if they see someone else, you know, actually attaining that, then they might just get jealous or wish ill upon you.
I mean, but a lot of people like really tout their achievements, right? Like on social media. Though that's annoying to me a lot of times. I don't, not to say I wish ill on them, but it's like I can see why someone would. It's like, you know, like if you're out here like
what's an example like of touting?
All right, there's a lot of like girls on social media that tout like how much they travel. You know, it's just like I'm in Thailand now. I'm in Egypt.
You sound jelly though.
I am jelly. Like,
yeah, it's just gel. So there is. That's just
jealous,
gel.
Yeah.
Gel.
I want a sugar daddy that takes me everywhere.
You can get a sugar mama. You can get a sugar mama. You can get a sugar mama.
There's so many girls on social media. It's like, what do you do? You're just traveling every week?
Yo, a lot of them are actually clever, and they turn into like
it's a curated life, dude. Everybody has similar lives. Like we all have ups and downs, but what you choose to show on social media gives a perspective to someone that this person's life is picture perfect.
So what you're projecting to
which
the world.
To me, I personally believe, I don't know if there's a real correlation to this, but I believe the more picture perfect your social media is, the more screwed up your life probably is because you're trying to hide something, right?
Yeah, no, I think that's true in most cases.
So what are you supposed to put on your social media to give an accurate perspective of your life? Like your flat tire?
No, not necessarily. I mean...
Or like when people put their grades up. That's common in men. That's common in men.
Yeah, because, bro, med is hard. And
I know, I understand, but it's like, dude, I don't want to see your grades.
Unfollow me, okay?
Grades up on social
no,
media?
he doesn't.
I did once. No, you know what? I did once, and it was because I got a B in calculus. And, bro, I was so... People would get...
You were happy.
Dude, I was so... I worked for... Bro, I was in that lab hours, and I finally got that B.
Yeah.
And I've never been happy with it. You have to be like straight A student to get into medical school to succeed.
Right.
But that B, I was so proud of it, dude.
Right.
But like when you're proud of your achievements as a student, it's because you are told daily and you are discouraged daily about like your competence. And if you get straight A's in semester, you want nothing more than to give me. You want to share that, but you know most people don't, myself included.
Yeah, I don't agree. Like, I feel like that's private. Yeah, like I would share that with my family members, and that would give me joy. You know, like
but they don't
telling my parents that I got this grade.
But they're not your peers though, because like they don't understand what that grade means. Who does though is your law school colleagues. They know what that grade means.
But then I just see them in the hallway and tell them. You know
but like you just don't tell them because you don't want to put that on them. That's weird. But but no one else understands.
That's another huge thing in law school. I don't know if it's a thing in med school. Is like the talking about the grades thing. That there's a lot of etiquette behind it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
it's only
discrepancies.
with a subset of people can you discuss grades with. Absolutely,
right, exactly.
Because it's like a reflection. It appears as a reflection of your intelligence.
Right, exactly. So you was that kid in school that was like right after a test. What'd you get?
Yeah. You don't be that kid.
Like you can't be that kid, man. Like that's annoying. Yeah, I don't think touting grades is cool. I don't think touting how much you travel is
But what do you want to tout on the gram? You know what I'm saying?
Like how much you get paid. I hate that. Like,
well, how
pay stubs? People like pay stubs. Like a circle around it. Maybe some shit's like edited
really
out. Yeah, like a picture of a check or something. I mean, a lot of like rappers that I follow do that for like shows and stuff like that.
Well, that's different though.
Yeah, but like
That's different.
You're just exposing your pocket.
On the flip side, then what do you share? Right.
I don't know. Show less and do more. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just.
Bro, you're one of the most prolific posters I know.
That's the thing. I think you could separate everyone on social. I'm not everyone, but like that's a good way to separate. It's like there's people that post their interests, and there's people that just post their achievements.
Right.
Like you know, like you could almost separate people in those two categories.
Absolutely. But you can do a smattering.
And I think what SWOOP is right. Like the people who just post their achievements and like what they're doing, all that. Like there's something
neglected
up with them. Yeah, like in their personal lives. Like,
sure. They're not getting recognition.
I use mostly social media just to post stupid shit about like trying to make other people laugh.
Right.
Stupid. If I thought of something witty or just like an idiotic thing that I think like away messages. Remember away messages on AIM? Maybe funny ones. I was always the one like posting a stupid funny away message that I thought was funny. I don't know if other people thought it was funny.
Yeah, you know what really annoys me though is like you have social media influencers, right? And some of them I follow, they're cool, they post cool stuff, they do cool stuff, and I'm fine with it. But I don't like influencers who call themselves influencers.
That's annoying.
That so
irks you.
Yeah.
Or like shout out other like wannabe influencers.
Yeah,
you're not an influencer.
It's an actual like term now, like as a title. It's like a title. Like,
right,
companies
like
refer people as influencers, so they start referring to themselves as influencers.
I don't know if I like
which
that.
Still irks me though. I think a little bit. Yeah.
Because that
until we are influencers,
right?
Not pretentious about it.
Because
that's an achievement I will tout.
The influencers who are really good are the ones who kind of convince you that they're like your friend. You know, like not that they're someone above you. So influencer. Yeah. So if you say I'm an influencer, that means like you are actively influencing me, and that is your purpose. Whereas someone who has like the clout and the following count, and they're posting that stuff, it's like, oh, we're on the same page, you know? You tell me, oh, I'm an influencer, then you're telling me you're an advertiser, basically.
Yeah,
you know?
You're part of the machine.
Yeah, exactly. But you got to, like, be subtle about your influencing. Says a guy with no clout. Trying to get some clout.
Well, clout, you got to tout.
Hey! The one... One-liner of the week.
The one-liner.
One-liner.
You know these tour buses that like pass by your house?
Yeah, a lot of them. Dude, I think they've seen me change. They've seen me naked.
Seen you bang out?
Yeah.
And on your right we have the SWOOP.
Yeah. Especially the double-deckers. Look, they're looking right straight into my window.
Man. One day we're gonna be famous. They're gonna be like, "That's where the Scheme Team podcast."
I'm always scared. People are like
that window right there.
You know, people have binoculars.
All the Japanese tourists can be taking pictures.
You think there's like pictures of swoops in other regions?
Oh god,
Stuytown's gonna have to designate this room.
What's
a cultural heritage site?
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone, please leave the train.
I've walked into a train cart one time, and there was a naked old lady who seemed to be homeless, and she was naked, and she had a pail of water.
Naked as in like zero clothes.
Zero clothes. I believe, I don't know if this is an exaggerated detail, but in my mind, now that I've told this story a few times, I add that she has a shower cap on. I believe in my mind that she does. She was naked.
It just goes better with
I don't know if she had
story.
shoes on, maybe
She
Crocs.
has a scar on her lower belly.
In any case, she had a bucket of water, and she was giving herself a bath on the New York City subway. No one else was in the cart, and I panned this way. No one's there, and then at the end, there's a naked old lady.
That's insane,
bathing.
man.
Very sad. Very sad.
That is sad. One time I was on the train, and like a homeless guy just got up and started peeing in the corner.
Oh god!
And like
it was a full train.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't funny. It was terrible. But like, what was funny is how everyone just got up in unison and just like rushed into the other car. It was like a wave of like people.
Dude, have you ever had this happen to you where you think someone is being racist to you on the train, and I don't know, maybe they're thinking other things, you know, brown person.
Right.
I have a backpack. So I had a backpack. This was just 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I had a backpack, very full backpack. I had a lot of books in it, right? I'm on the train. I'm like looking around because like if I'm writing short stories or something, like I use like New Yorkers as inspiration. I try to hear conversations that are going on to get the right dialogue, observe a lot of people, what their characteristics are.
You're an eavesdropper.
Yeah, a little bit. So I'm like looking around the train and stuff.
You're voyeuristic.
I'm looking around the train and I catch someone's eyes looking at me. It's a lady, maybe middle-aged, and seems like, I don't know, a Latino lady. And she looks over at me, we catch eyes, and she does not, like, I'm not in the best mood, so I'm not smiling or anything either. So there's that.
You can't smile at anyone on the train.
Yeah, but I'm not in a happy, I'm not giving off a good vibe.
I don't trust anyone that's nice to me on the train.
And she just not, she's like deadpanning me, like dead stare. And then the next stop comes, and she gets off the train. And I realized that this is my stop. I was kind of not paying attention. I was like, oh shit, this is my stop. I get off and I walk and I see that she has gone into the next cart.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought maybe she just left, right? It's her stop. But I saw her in the next cart. And then we caught eyes again and she's still like giving me the death stare.
And she hurried away.
I think she thought I was like something.
Wow.
Maybe you were just a fool.
This was across the train.
You were also smiling on the train, or like you were also looking
No,
around.
I wasn't smiling. I was looking around.
Yeah.
She was far away from me. This was across the train.
But see, I think
it's not body odor related.
But the looking around makes people
suspicious
and because like
brown,
usually everyone's in their own world. They have headphones on.
You're looking
like
straight
looking
at the
on
floor.
their phone.
Yeah,
like the person who's attentive and like scoping the scene.
That's strange.
I had headphones in and I was listening to music.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
But still,
I let my eyes wander on the train. Sometimes I'll just hold eye contact.
It's an interesting
with
place to
someone
observe.
to see how awkward.
You don't do that.
Yeah, like you never had like just not a stare, almost a stare contest on the train where. I don't know. I do this in any, like, when I see someone, like, looking at me, I'll make eye contact with them and just see how long they can hold.
Do you do that?
Yeah,
that's
of
annoying.
Course. Yeah.
That's such an awkward, uncomfortable moment.
Yeah.
If I catch 2 minutes, like, more than a second, I just look away. I'm like, all right, something weird.
You know, I've seen you do that once, but it was with a baby and the mustard. So I thought you were just being cute, but, like, there's this little kid.
Baby in the mustard.
There was this little kid.
The other thing is you have to smile at a baby. You can't just stare at a baby.
Yeah.
You have to smile.
No, I stare at babies.
Yeah, he stared. He made some like really
you might have
scary
traumatized
faces.
that baby.
Babies ain't safe either.
He was like this, like
dogs. I did it to a dog today.
That baby's
a
gonna
dog
grow
was
up.
looking at me on the way here. He was looking. He made eye contact with me. That's another thing I was thinking. Like a dog made eye contact with me today. Like you make eye contact with dogs. Like
dogs make eye contact. What do they see?
What do they like? What are they looking at? Like are they like, hey, it's a brown guy over there?
Dog talks like that.
Yeah, the dog was staring at me. I don't know.
There's a brown guy over there.
Creep me out.
We gotta pee. Let's play fetch. Time
Looks
to play
like a
fetch.
good guy could pee on. Is that what they're thinking?
They don't really pee on humans though. They're smart about that.
Really?
Smartest
I've had
dog-
dogs have peed on humans.
I'm sure they have, but like, it doesn't usually.
I had a
I'm always
dog
scared that they do, but that
like
they
a
will.
puppy.
Yo,
when
you
they're
had
puppies.
a dog, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a dog in college.
What did you? What happened to him?
But like I wasn't the actual owner. My roommate was the owner.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it was cool. That's the best situation when someone else owns a dog. You just get to live with it.
Yeah.
You don't really have to walk it or.
It's like being an aunt or uncle.
Yeah.
I think the smartest dog in the world knows like 200 words. He can't say them, but he can identify.
Oh, like he reacts to them.
He reacts to them. He can identify the word that the owner is saying.
What kind of dog would you get?
Has the intelligence of a 3-year-old baby.
What kind of dog would you get if you could get a dog? If you're gonna get
Shiba Inu. It's
Japanese
Japanese
mountain
mountain
amazing.
dog.
Yeah,
It looks like a fox dog.
yeah. Inus are like the most like expensive dogs.
They're
I believe.
expensive.
Yeah.
There's only 4 Japanese mountain dogs still alive today. And
Really?
they haven't really been like crossbreeded or anything, so they're very pure.
I was never like a big fan of them, but recently, French bulldogs.
Yo.
like, they're so
Oh
cute.
my
Man.
gosh.
French bulldog.
Like they're so cute. Like I might get one.
You ever see like owners on the
Ugly
street, masters
people.
on the street, and their dogs, and you can see like
Yeah.
the dog is like another
Dude, when I
iteration of the
lived
master.
next to Central Park, like that's every dog owner.
Yeah.
Like there would be like the skinny guy, and he'd have like the wiener dog.
Yeah, the wiener dog.
And then like some shaggy old lady would
The
have
wiener
like
dog
some
always
shaggy
cracks
dog.
me up, dude.
Wiener dogs
They're
are
a really
weird.
funny dog.
Yeah, like why would you buy that? I don't know.
Some people I think people see themselves in the dog. You know? So they generally get dogs that have characteristics of themselves, unconsciously or consciously. It's kind of funny. What about you? What dog would you get?
I get a Pomsky.
It's a Pomsky.
It's a, you know what a Husky is?
Pomeranian.
Yeah.
It's a Pomeranian times Husky. So it's like
okay.
a little. It's like a little. What's like with those Furbies? It's like, what's like those the TY babies? You know those? Little,
yeah.
Beanie Babies?
Beanie Babies. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
Beanie Baby. It's a little Beanie Baby Husky. You know the French Bulldogs? They're like completely inbred, so they come with a host of issues. Like they're very sick dogs.
Yeah, I know they are
Yeah.
inbreds. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're really expensive too.
They're very expensive
Yeah.
and they're very sick. Like you spend your whole time just taking care of this dog who like has
Oh,
sleep
really?
apnea.
Damn, they look pretty tough.
No.
You know what's
It's a
crazy?
facade.
Crazy story. My this previous person that lived in the building that I used to live in, uptown. He bought a husky and it had like 2 different eye colors and stuff like that. It was really expensive.
What?
And he let his friend walk it like around the Columbia area, and his friend got robbed at gunpoint. Allegedly, the guys took the dog from him.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he got his dog stolen. 2 months late, like passed, and I see him walking the dog around. The dog's like big now and stuff, and I'm like, dude, did you buy a new dog? Is that like your old dog? He's like, yeah, I found it online. I bought it back.
Whoa.
He just bought it from a random kennel. Like he recovered his dog. Like,
So that person who stole it probably sold it to.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Who knows what kind of hell and torture he went through for like 2 months,
Wow.
and then he's just back with his old owner.
That's
Like,
ridiculous.
It's insane.
It's
Dog
easy to
kidnappings.
identify. It had 2
Dog
different eye
black
colors.
Dognappings. Be
Dog
careful.
nappings.
It's a New York phenomenon. Give me your dog.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Catch us on the socials. Engage with us.
Yeah.
Slinging
engage.
Kant.
Be doing more IG lives in the future.
IG Lives.
And thank you for listening.
It's been a good time, schemers. Signing off.